Let's talk about the coaching search for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
They have Grant Udinski in the building today. Nathan Shieldhouse, the past.
Grant Udinski.
Udinski.
We're going to say it right because
Udinski.
otherwise it's going to cause controversy. Grant Udinski
is in the building today. Nate Shieldhouse is coming in on Monday. Then they'll figure out what to do if there's another mystery candidate or anything else in between then. But, guys, when do you think, and Jason, we'll start with you, when do you think we'll get a conclusion here to the Browns' search for a new head coach?
Well, in the open, you said, will we be talking about a new coach on Monday? No, I don't think we will be. Shieldhouse is in the building on Monday, and our show is 11 to 1. Probably not going to have an announcement on Monday. You're kind of at the mercy a little bit. I think part of the reason it's gone on as long as it has is because of the teams that they're on are still winning. The Rams are still winning. Mm-hmm. We've seen coaching searches dragged to February. Romeo Crennel wasn't named the Browns head coach. We're going back a while. Yeah. Crennel was named the head coach after the Super Bowl.
What about Chudzinski? I feel like that was a while
too. I think it was right around now.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little bit late, but it's not.
But there's still, 5 teams that don't have a coach?
Right.
It's not like the Browns are alone here.
Right. I mean, Buffalo obviously just fired their head coach.
Yeah.
There are other teams that are still kind of going through the process, too. A lot of the candidates that are being looked at, or Shieldhouse being one of them, are still playing.
Right.
So
if the Rams win this weekend, you got to wait 2 more weeks for Shieldhouse if you want him.
But you'll know.
You'll know, but
the announcement.
You can't technically hire him until after the Super Bowl.
So we talked about it. I'd go back and watch the YouTube show. I don't know that we want to relitigate the whole thing in terms of where the Browns are at on the Rooney Rule. I don't like the way it's been portrayed that the Browns have botched this. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that they have followed the integrity of the rule, and I don't think that they want to bring in sham candidates just to check a box. I think that's insulting.
Yes.
And so I sort of applaud the way that the Browns have handled this and the way that they've gone about it. It's tough that Mike McDaniel rejected their in-person interview. I don't blame him for doing it. We talked about that on the YouTube show. I think he had the proper reasons for why he chose to do what he did. And if I'm the Browns and Nate Shieldhouse is my guy and that's who I want to hire, I would not fulfill the Rooney Rule. I would just write the check and pay the fine of it rather than it's sort of humiliating to bring somebody in just to check a box. I totally disagree with that. And I think that the Browns have been one of the more teams on the forefront in terms of diversity hires. And if you look at their history of leadership candidates and Andrew Berry and Ray Farmer and Sashi Brown and Hugh Jackson, the Browns are not a team that skirts the Rooney Rule. I think that they take it very seriously. And I sort of applaud the way it hasn't worked out exactly the way that they wanted, I'm sure. But I sort of applaud the way that they've gone about this.
There's plenty of legitimate things to rip the Browns.
Absolutely.
Come up with extra things to rip them.
Yeah, I mean, the coach search is, I'm a firm believer in just get it right. Go through the checks, balances, do your due diligence, get out there, talk to as many people as you can, and find the right candidate. If it takes 2 weeks from now, great. If it takes a little longer than everybody else, cool. Like, it's just the thing is getting the right person that has the best fit that you're comfortable with. If you come out of this thing and it don't end till after the Super Bowl or even in February or sometime, if you came away thinking, hey, we got Shieldhouse, or hey, we got Udinski or Jim Schwartz, and we got one of the guys to be the coordinator, if you're comfortable with that, then it's job well done. You don't get extra credit points for hiring the wrong candidate early.
Yeah, and I understand the later you hire, the trickier it becomes in hiring assistant coaches. Yeah. But if Jim Schwartz is ultimately going to be their DC, and I don't know that, but if he is, well, he's already here, so you don't have to worry about hiring him. And if you're hiring an offensive coach, then the offensive coordinator may not be as important to hire because you're hiring an offensive coach. And ultimately, you don't want to rush into his decision. I wonder if owners and GMs start feeling the pressure, like we don't want to be the last one to hire a coach.
I don't think
I
so.
hope not, because you want to take your time. It's an important decision.
I think it's situation specific. Had the Rams been eliminated in the first round, this might be over.
It might be, but I don't think if the Rams lose this week, then I think if the Rams win this week, we might not see the Browns hire a coach till after the Super Bowl.
If it's Shieldhouse, if that's their choice. If it's Udinski, it probably will get wrapped up next week.
Yeah.
What happens if Udinski is announced somewhere else and it turns out that he's their secondary candidate? Like him and Shieldhouse are neck and neck.
I mean, he's not interviewing with anybody else except for Buffalo, right? That we know of. So, and I'd be stunned if Buffalo hires him.
Yeah,
so
I
I
don't
think that's unlikely, but
yeah,
anything's possible.
So, I think if you look at it, the Browns are in a decent position because nobody really is. Now, they could announce that they were going to bring Udinski in, especially if it gets late and the Raiders and the Cardinals start looking around and be like, well, we don't have the guys we want. Maybe they bring them in for an interview. But we'll see how it works out. Like I've said, I don't have a big preference. I like all three of the names. The thing is, here in Cleveland, when you get a new coach, you're going to have to give them an opportunity, no matter who it is, to come in and do their thing. Like, even if they have a bad year, like, I'm going to go on record and be like, listen, I can't talk about firing somebody in a whole year. Like, I just can't do that, bro. Like, that, no. Like we've done it with Trudinsky. We've done it in some other places, but I just can't. If you want to change, you got to give somebody at least an opportunity to come in here and put some stuff together to get a look at them. And at least and I'll give this to the Haslam's. They at least gave Kevin Stefanski 6 years. Yeah. Right. That's almost a decade of being in a job trying to figure out if he's the right guy or not. I think they got to do a better job in giving this guy, whoever it is, a longer runway.